Alright guys, I'm in the shop, got the fan running, so I apologize for that. But a lot of you are asking where the G35 is at, what's going on with it. Obviously, I'm not in the shop I used to work in. I don't work there anymore. So I brought it home. It's in my little 16 by 24 garage, so we're gonna have a little backyard boogie go on and we're gonna build it here. So the project hasn't stalled out, or I haven't given up on it. I know I've been getting some questions in the comments on some of the other videos, the part 1, part 2. I just kind of look a little update and where I'm about to head with it, and I'm gonna get part 3 out with you for you as soon as I can. I gotta pull all this accessory drive stuff off. I got a 4L60E transmission behind it right now, but I came across a th400, and for what I'm gonna be doing with the car, I think it's gonna be working out a lot better in my situation. So this whole thing is coming out. I'm going to put the th400 in, and we're going to go from there. The wiring situation that I have on the car, I've been in contact with Wiring Specialties. Those guys, I want to build my own harness, but nobody sells a CAN bus module separately. But now Wiring Specialties just released it where they're selling their CAN bus modules to work with the LS7 drivetrain, or the LS factory PCMs, and the G35 chassis. So all my gauges will work, everything will work, and I'm going to go that route, kind of document that, my experience with their CAN bus module and the situation that I got going on, and maybe that'll help some of you guys. But right now I'm going to run through the accessory drives and just let you know what's going on with what. Right now I think I figured out the accessory drives, and what I want to do is I've got the LS7 billet ICT bracket with the LS7 pump, the 2004 Corvette pulley, or crank pulley, the LS7 water pump, and a billet tensioner I just got off of eBay. It's a manual tensioner. It's nothing special. Let's see if I can get you turned around here. It's nothing special. Cheap little situation. As far as the AC goes, I've kind of got it figured out where I want it. That one bolt lines up. So what I'm going to do is we're going to make a bracket that connects this situation, and everything locks in place. As you can see, the line hooks up. Now, on to the problems. If you look down here, I've got plenty of room to lower this engine some. And I went and bought the Sicky power steering line kit. Let me see. There's the return line. I know I got some Summit stuff in there, but there's the return line, and you can see I got a 90 coming off right here, and it's going back. I'm going to probably take that and have that 90 come this way and then go back, and I'm going to suck the AC compressor a little closer and probably drill and tap that there, just like on the LOJ kit. I'm going to drill and tap that and make a bracket that comes off of this and bolts into there, and really lock this. This is the factory G35 or 350Z, the factory VQ AC compressor bracket. So I'm utilizing that and kind of keeping it simple, you know. That way I can retain the factory AC lines and all that situation. Over here, the reason I went with the LS7 accessory drives, because I want to turbocharge this thing. Put a little spoolie boy like right about here, right in that situation. And when I do that, I've got all my accessories stacked on one side. Leaves room for activities on this side. Now the downfall is the CX Racing mounts that I bought. Now I bought this pan and these mounts really cheap. I found them for a deal on eBay. I bought them. They were used, but they're in like new condition. So I'm going to take those brackets, and because I have all this extra space down here to work with, I'm going to cut them. I'm going to lower the engine. Now, the top of the alternator is hitting the hood whenever I try to close it. I got about a 1-inch gap between the hood and the fender. So that's hitting right there. So I need to lower it a little bit. Also, my intake manifold that I'm using the Trailblazer SS intake manifold, like Matt on Sloppy Mechanics, and you know, they've done a lot of research on these things, so I'm not going to try to reinvent the wheel on that. Unfortunately, for the way I'm setting the car up, the mounts are a little high, but I've got plenty of room down here to lower it, and I'm really trying to open this area up. And to make that happen, obviously these power steering lines are going to go away because I'm running the LS7 power steering line. So once those go away and my fuel lines back here are run up behind the engine instead of over here, I run them on top of the transmission and then up to the back of the fuel rails. That's going to work that situation out quite nicely. And when I lower this engine, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to cut this mount here, and I'm going to cut it there, and I'm going to swing this from here down and build it that way. So it's going to be like a L, I guess you could say, going straight up and down to open this area up a little bit more. As far as over here, clearing my steering shaft, I think I showed you in another video, I got a stock truck style manifold there. Let me grab a flashlight. Stock truck style manifold, and I got some bends I weld on to it just to get around that steering shaft. For now, that's going to work for what I'm doing. I'm not 100% happy with it, but that situation could change as well as soon as I start lowering this engine down. Also, when I go to lower the engine down, I'm going to slide it back some. The CX Racing mounts in their instructions show using the third hole back. Well, with the 4L60E, I cannot fit that bell housing bolted to this transmission on the third hole. I had to come forward. I'm hoping, and it looks like it's going to work, as soon as I lower this engine some, I can slide it back onto that third hole and give me some more room up here. Because right now, if I bolt the factory radiator and AC condenser and everything back up here, it just does start to rub and get in this way, and it's so close that the coolant lines are going to be a really tight bend, and I don't know if I can make them work. So I need to get this motor slid back some more. So that's kind of just an update on where it's at and what I'm doing with it. Like I said, I haven't given up on the project. It's not going anywhere other than out to my shop here. What am I going to be using? I'm going to be using basic hand tools, and I got a welder. It's simple stuff. That's about it. Anyways, as always, God bless, be safe, and I'll see you this weekend. Peace.